All right, shalom, shalom. For the first, I want to give our praise and glory to Yahweh Bashim Shai, Bashim Habakak, Wadash Brakatah. The honor to the apostles and the elders of the great millstone, to all that can across the globe, pushing the word of truth and sincerity. The little lesson going into the word dissolutely, okay? It comes from the book of Solomon, or the book of Wisdom of Solomon, the 12th chapter, the 23rd verse, and we're going to read down, and we're going to a couple of words and bring out a couple of precepts. The Wisdom of Solomon 12 and 23. Wherefore, whereas men have lived dissolutely and unrighteously, thou hast tormented them with their own abominations. Right, man. So we got people who live dissolutely. And the word for dissolutely is here is lacking of morals, self-indulgent, and intemperate, right? And a couple more words is self-indulgent, promiscuous, lustful, all right? So we're going to look into the word self-indulgent. Self-indulgent means characterized by doing or tending to do exactly what one wants, especially when it involves pleasure or idleness, man. Okay? And this is a cut to myself, about living dissolutely, man, because we want to do things that are pleasing to the flesh as much as possible, man. Okay? Which doesn't mean that the Lord doesn't give you, time to kick back, kick your feet up, for an hour or so, or, for a certain period of time, but then it's back to work, man. All right, he may give you a little leisure time. You may want to go fishing or maybe shoot a hoop or so, which is not going off, but now you got to give the Lord back his time, man. We can't continually be occupied in the flesh to do the lust of the flesh, man. It says characterized by doing or tending to do exactly what one wants, man. Being self-indulgent, right? Wherefore, whereas men have lived dissolutely and unrighteously, they have tormented them with their own abominations. So let's see what their own abominations are, right? There's Romans 1, and I'm going to start at 21. Because when they knew the Most High, they glorified him not as the Most High, neither were thankful, but become vain in their imaginations, and their foolish hearts were darkened. Right, making idols, okay, going into other philosophies, okay, not believing on Yahweh Shai Shai, professing themselves to be wise, they became fools, leading to their own understanding, trying to establish their own righteousness, right, and change the glory of the uncorruptible power into the image of like a corruptible man, right? Matter of fact, I was going to say it in here. Okay, making idols of wood and stone, of animals, okay, of other people, starting with Caesar, okay, and change the glory of the uncorruptible power into the image made like unto corruptible man, into birds, into four-footed beasts and creeping things, right? Because you go to the other, in which we don't care about the other heathens, right? But you got the other heathen nations who make images of their gods, and they be rats and monkeys and elephants, okay? Which to them, that's their true power, right? Wherefore, this is talking about the Israelites. Wherefore, the Most High has also given up to uncleanness through the lust of their own hearts, to dishonor their own bodies between themselves. Right, man. So the Lord, if you're a homosexual and drug addict, or you're constantly, you want to be partying and you constantly want to be in a reveling spirit, the Lord gave you up to the lustful heart, to your own heart, man. Okay? It said to dishonor their own bodies between themselves. Right, man. That's, that homosexuality, transgenderism, and pedophilia. Okay? So who changed the truth of the Most High into a lie and worship and serve the creature more than the Creator, who is blessed forever. Amen. For this cause the Most High gave them up to vile affections, For even their women did change their natural use into that which is against nature. All right, you got these carpet munchers, these Peter puffers and fudge packers, man. Okay, which is a sign and token of the Lord not dealing with you, man. So for whatever, and the scripture talk about for wherever your heart is, that's where your treasure is also. So we got to make sure that we're not living dissolutely, okay, after the ways of our flesh, man. Not having a lack of morals, being intemperate, insatiable, okay. It says, verse 27, Romans 1 and 27, and likewise also the men leaving the natural use of women, burn in their lust toward one another, men with men, working that which is unseemly, and receiving in themselves the recompense of their error, which is meat, right? Which is the diseases, man. HIV and herpes and all types of things, man. Okay, that you defile yourself. All right, that's the recompense of the error, man. Which means that's the proper judgment you homosexuals get, man. Anal cancer and shit, man. What the hell, man? All right. And even they did not like to retain the Most High in their knowledge, the Most High gave them over to a reprobate mind to do those things which are not convenient, man. All right, being filled with all unrighteousness, right, which with Metallica through pointing out, fornication, wickedness, covetousness, maliciousness, full of envy, murder, debate, deceit, malignity, whisperers, backbiters, haters of the Most High, despiteful, proud, boasters, inventor of evil things, creating weapons and more ways to go off and just being wicked, man. Disobedient to parents without understanding, covenant breakers without natural affection. Let me see what that word. Let's go to that word without natural affection. The Greek word is
Strong's G 794. Astargas.
Astargas, which means unsociable, inhuman, man. Being a mean man, all right? Hard-hearted towards kindred, man. So you got Jake out there who's out there with an evil heart against his own people, man. That's why out there killing each other in the streets. All right, don't want one person to succeed and make it out. Crabs in a barrel, all right? Blaspheming and creating slander, speaking against the elders and stuff. All right. Okay. Look at that word implacable too. The Greek word for implacable is
Strong's G 786. Aspandas.
The Greek word for implacable is aspandas, which means of things not mutually agreed upon, absences from hostilities that cannot be persuaded to enter into a covenant, implacable, literally without libation, truthless, truce breakers, man. So you guys who fed off the truth, who once agreed with the truth, but now you're out there teaching false doctrine of flat earth and angels having sex and we don't need to learn Hebrew. All right, those things we on one accord here at Great Millstone, man. But now that you're walking disorderly, are you being implacable? Okay, now the things that you are so used to esteem as being the truth, all right, you're totally going against it now, man. All right, it's mutually agreed upon that Cornelius is an Edomite, that a virgin birth never happened. Okay. All right. So that's that on that Romans, okay? Now going back to the wisdom of Solomon, it says verse 12 and 24, so therefore unto them as to children without the use of reason, thou didst send a judgment to mock them. And what was that judgment, man? That due recompense, all right, of their error, which was meat, man. All right, those sicknesses, those diseases. All right, and also in the reincarnation, some of you guys are the ones who took hand in killing the Yahushua and the apostles and the saints, man. That's why you're coming back deaf and mute and maimed. All right, all types of terminal terminally ill sicknesses and diseases. All right? The Lord gave you recompense for your meat, man. All right? It says, but they that will not be reformed by that correction wherein they dally with them shall feel a judgment worthy of the Most High. Right? So if you're not reformed, okay, but a Lord judgment, right? Because you got motherfuckers out there who have these sicknesses and diseases and these deformities, who are more wicked than the niggas who are whole, man. Okay, 'cause I used to work at a place where they had disabilities, man. Hey, and those motherfuckers arms be twisted up and speech be all messed up, and but they got nerve to cuss you out and throw things at you, man. Trying to fight you, man. Throwing food and things like that, man. All right, hey, they're gonna get a double judgment, man. It says, but they that will not be reformed in that correction wherein he dallied with them. Right, because sometimes you got guys out here who don't learn their lesson, man. Run with, so-called running with the wrong crowd, get caught up in some things. But instead of being reformed by spending your little time in jail, you come out and do the same damn thing. So now you're going to get years added on. So ultimately, it's going to be enough to the Lord going to destroy your ass, man. All right, because it says, and dallied with them shall feel a judgment worthy of the Most High. That judgment is fire, man. For look, for what things they grudged when they were punished, that is for them whom they thought to be gods, right? Making them idols, right? Now being punished in them. Right, man, because if you looking to Buddha to save you, hey, you're going to get punished for believing in Buddha, man. All right? It says, for them whom they thought to be gods, now being punished in them, when they saw it, whom were they denied to know, and therefore came extreme damnation upon them, man. Right, because it talks about they in, matter of fact, if I get it real quick. It says, verse 20, so for Romans 1 and 20, for the invisible things of him from the creation of the world are clearly seen, right, air, okay, being understood by the things which are made, seeing the waters and the mountains and the trees, all right, even his eternal power and Godhead, so they are not without excuse. And so you guys are without excuse, man. All right, you see the heavenly powers work. You see the men of the Lord out there. But yet you still want to worship the creature more than the creator, man. So by doing that, you're going to meet the just judgment or the wrath of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man. Okay? So we got to make sure they're not living dissolutely, man, by the lust of our flesh. Okay? Matter of fact, let me get that real quick. This is 1 John 2 and 16. For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh and the lust of the eyes and the pride of life is not of the Father, but is of the world, man. So we got to get that dissolute spirit out of us, man. All right? We're not perfect. We're going to fall, but pick yourself up, man. Pray to the Lord and hope he have mercy on us, man. On me. On you. All right? Let me read this again. 1 John 2 and 16. For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh and the lust of the eyes and the pride of life is not of the Father, man. Okay, so we don't want to be caught living dissolutely when Yahweh Shem Yahushai come back, man. All right? So with that, hope with that, I'll find until next time. Shalom.